Is this fruit bread mouldy?
That's not even fruit bread. Bung it in the compost. Any better?
I don't know how I did it.
Well, I wonder if it's the 3 hours you spent playing on the Wii.
Will anybody cry at Uncle Bob's funeral?
It's possible. But the important thing to remember about this funeral, Karen, is that it's not a sad day.
Well, it is for Uncle Bob.
Well, yeah, but it's a celebration of his life.
Surely you should have done that before he died. That would have been better, because then he would have been able to come. I think he would have liked that much more.
Look, why don't we take you through the day? What happens at a funeral?
I know what happens at a funeral. They put the coffin in the ground and the men fire guns at it,
Well,
and then
shoot over
the
it.
Pope asks
The Pope?
if anybody has a good reason why the dead person shouldn't go to heaven. No one ever says anything.
As I say, why don't we take you through...
I went to a cremation once.
No, you've never been to
Yeah, but I was really tiny. And there was this bouncy castle and a magician.
What?
And I remember this body that was going round and round on this pole over fire.
That was a hog roast. Anyway, it's going to be very different today. There'll be songs and prayers, and then the vicar and me will talk about some memories we have of Uncle Bob, and then eventually the coffin goes behind a curtain so it can be cremated, which is the bit that can be a bit scary, but it is mostly symbolic.
Just as long as Uncle Bob's body isn't really in there.
No, it is in there.
What? What if he's not really dead yet?
Well, they check really carefully.
But I hear stories on the news all the time about doctors that think people are dead, and then they're in their coffin and they just sit up and ask where their dinner is.
In Victorian times, they had a bell they'd give to dead people so they could ring it in their coffin if they weren't dead.
Now that's sensible.
Well, maybe they've done that. Anyway,
Well, have they or haven't they?
Karen.
What we need to check if he's alive or not is some sort of emergency device.
getting a
Like,
bit off
if
the-
he woke up and he was like, oh my God, I'm in a coffin, I'm gonna die, there's no food, and he got all claustrophobic, there could be a button saying, eject a coffin.
An ejector
So
coffin.
if he pressed it, the coffin would shoot out the ground and land,
Well, how would...
but then, what if it hit someone? Then they'd be dead and then he'd be alive. Or he could get like a trained badger.
We're not going to need
you could
any
tap
of
the
this.
badger,
Ben,
and then the badger-
I swear, he won't need a bell or a badger
What about an armadillo?
or an ejector coffin, because he's no more. And that's sad. But we're past the sad bit, and today is a celebration, a happy celebration of his life. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for all your help there.
Well, you were doing such a good job. I just thought I'd let you roll.
I'm going to stick with this. Not forgetting the 14 happy years he spent with his loving partner, Bernard.
Can we take some cookies with us?
Karen, what are you wearing?
A dress.
Well, it's a bit bright for a funeral.
But it's a happy day. He said so.
yes, it's a happy day where people usually wear black.
But black's not a happy colour. Black's the colour of beetles and school shoes and Miss Barrington's enormous eyebrows.
Well, it's usually seen as a sign of respect to wear black at a funeral. And Auntie Dorothy, his sort of widow, she's quite traditional.
But Uncle Bob said that he liked this dress. He said, Karen, that's a very nice
You
dress.
could wear that really cool black top you got at Bella's pirate party.
She can't.
That's quite smart.
It's got a skull and crossbones on the back.
I'm wearing this dress.
She can't wear that dress. It's a funeral. It's meant to be sad.
With a strong element of celebration. Celebration in black. Happy black.